I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the pack and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching the but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Running like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York.
Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. 2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Again, it's Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They're going to try and throw. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick. typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll try and throw for it here.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, here's Taylor.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. He'll buy some time right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jones throwing on fourth down, escaping the pressure right. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They run once more with Taylor.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield now. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And the Bills at 5-8, 3 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, Kamara. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. A little juke. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown.
Alvin Kamara with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jamar Chase
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes? And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get
down the numbers. There he goes. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run.
And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're back within a 14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones being chased out left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Daniel Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Nifty move.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On the check down, he finds Kamara.
Finding room at midfield.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Forced out to his left.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, Taylor.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away but could not. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left.
The visiting kickers for years have had trouble with field goals here in Buffalo. The winds off nearby Lake Erie can really play havoc with your ability to aim the football correctly. And we saw an example right there. No good.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run it again with Kamara. And he's got some space here.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the counter, here's Kamara.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Coming left is Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bills have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This offense so far on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
From the 36, Jones. Flushed out right.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Eluding the pressure right.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
137 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Now for the all-critical extra point. He's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and good, and we are headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Running left, Taylor.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Jones, first throw of overtime here.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Ah, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel. Came in full of confidence, believed in them.